It is time for an American Family News Update. I'm Bronson Woodruff. Israel is pushing to expand settlements in the West Bank. Fox's Tanya J. Powers has U.S. reaction.
Israel's push for 5,300 settler homes in the occupied West Bank has drawn criticism from the U.S. Most of the world considers the settlements to be illegal under international law, and the U.S. State Department says the action is, quote, detrimental to a two-state solution. The United Nations General Assembly and its Security Council, along with the International Court of Justice, have all said that Israeli settlements on the West Bank violate the Geneva Convention. The Israel Defense Forces Higher Planning Council is set to meet to discuss the plans, some of which would lead to the legalizations of 4 outposts. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
A federal judge in Kansas has put a stop to the enforcement of President Biden's transgender agenda in 4 states now, as well as a patchwork of other places. U.S. District Judge John Brooms suggested in his ruling today that the Biden administration must now consider whether forcing compliance remains, quote, worth the effort. A confrontation at sea between China and Taiwan. Fox's Jonathan Savage has those details.
Chinese officials have boarded and seized a Taiwanese fishing boat, the latest incident at a time of high tension. Taiwan's Coast Guard says the boat was in Chinese waters near a Taiwan-controlled island. We're told 3 Taiwanese vessels were sent to help, but they were warned off by the Chinese, which had a total of 9 boats involved in the operation. Taiwan's calling for the detained crew members to be released. China wants to regain control over the self-governing island. Taiwan's new president is viewed by Beijing as a separatist. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
Lawmakers in Florida have passed a bill protecting homeowners from squatters. Fox's Steve Harrigan explains.
Anti-squatter laws already in effect in Georgia and now in effect in Florida as well, trying to help the homeowners tip the balance a little bit back in their favor, trying to allow local law enforcement to get involved more quickly. And they come after some high-profile incidents, including one in a $1 million house in Fort Lauderdale that had 10 squatters inside, including one of whom had false documents showing he was the owner. Local law enforcement initially powerless to do anything. Florida Governor DeSantis says criminals are trying to game the system, and that time is now over in Florida.
Under Florida's new law that evicts unlawful squatters, anybody who causes $1,000 or more in damages while squatting can now face a second-degree misdemeanor charge. It's a new record for 4th of July travel. Katie Byrne reports.
Of the record-breaking 70 million expected to travel somewhere for the holiday, most of them are going to be driving, more than 60 million of them. So we're going to be catching up with them at really the last rest stop before they make their way to the Jersey Shore beaches here in South Jersey. Weather conditions looking good for people in the Northeast, but we are expecting some storms this afternoon in the plains and across the Ohio Valley. For the millions expected to fly to their destinations today, you're going to want to watch out for delays at Newark Liberty International Airport. The FAA said that happened because of a shortage of air traffic controllers covering the region.
AAA expects nearly 1 in 5 Americans will travel more than 50 miles. And that'll do it for this American Family News Update. Thanks for watching and have a happy 4th. I'm Bronson Woodruff.